Hi, this is Sue for Parkies and me, my journey with Parkinson's. So tonight I've just been doing some sort of strolling down memory lane and thinking about some of the things that I've done in the past. And one of them was I had been a social worker for 20 years, working with mostly younger people, but from time to time with older people as well. And in that job, I had to persuade sometimes people who were becoming unsafe at home that they needed to go into residential care. Now, I worked with people who were under the age of 65, and I've just turned 63 myself. And thinking today about those people that I talked to who ended up going into residential care, who ended up leaving the home that they loved and the person that they loved in some cases, and going into residential care and being under 65. That must have been so hard. And I didn't fully understand that feeling until today when something happened and my husband and I were talking about what would need to happen for me to go into residential care. And one of those things was a lack of mobility and his inability to continue to work and also care for me. So that kind of brought me up sharply, and it was a bit upsetting, kind of thinking about we've got a beautiful garden, we've got our grandchildren that can come to visit, we've got a nice house, and we've got everything set how we want it. We completely redecorated it when we moved here. So this is so our house that we have put our heart and soul into and we love. And the thought of having to leave it is gut-wrenching. I have to confess, it's gut-wrenching. I'm 63 years old, 2 years off being able to retire officially, and I have persuaded people younger than me, much younger than me, in some cases, that because they've had a health event, that they can no longer live at home. And I tried to treat as gently as possible, but I didn't fully understand till I kind of stepped back and looked at myself in the mirror and thought, gosh, I kind of look like I could be in a residential care facility. I'm getting to that age. And that was a biggie. It was a big one. And I always said to people, think about the carer, think about your husband, think about your wife. And I used to say to them too, that when it gets hard at home, when the husband or wife has to care for that person, they lose that ability to just be a husband or just be a wife or partner. And when a person goes into care, I said to them, you can reclaim that role of wife, husband, partner, whatever the way you defined your relationship, and leave the actual caring and support and hard stuff that needs to be done every day, leave that to somebody else, and you just go out, take her for a nice coffee, do something nice with them. And that's the kind of way I used to sort of talk about it when I was working with people. And I meant every word that I said. I absolutely meant every word that I said. But sitting here in my beautiful home, my husband's at work at the moment, I'm 63 years old, and I could go into residential care if things didn't go well. Another thing, I haven't been able to drive my car since August, and we actually bought a new car recently, and I drove it for about a month, and then I had the incident that happened that actually caused me to not be able to drive and to be on morphine and all sorts of painkillers that certainly doesn't mix well with driving. And so I have hopefully temporarily lost my ability to drive, lost my ability to be safe behind the wheel. And at least I'm at the stage where I can accept that for now. I can accept and understand and believe that I wouldn't be safe behind the wheel, and that's okay. But I look at my beautiful new car sitting there in the driveway sometimes and I think, I hope I get back to driving you. I really hope I can get back to driving you. So I just had this epiphany today that I could have been one of those people that I spoke to, one of those people that somebody very, very supportive, very knowledgeable, very meaning to be helpful and to support that person that I was having that conversation with. But I know I would really struggle if somebody was to have that conversation with me here and now while I'm enjoying being in my home, waiting for Christmas to spend with my children in my beautiful home. And it will be hard when the time comes. It will be very, very hard when the time comes to leave this house that I love, to leave the man that I love, and go into residential care. I just wanted to put it out there that I get it, I understand. It's not an academic process. It's not a job to be done. It's a person's life and the people that they love and all the people that are affected by that decision. So if I didn't understand it fully before, I'm sorry. I apologise. I confess I didn't fully understand it till that thought entered my head today. So I hope for those people that I talked to that that decision was right when they made it, when they went into residential care, and that they managed to maintain their relationships and that things are okay for them. This has been Sue for Parkies and Me, my journey with Parkinson's. I'd love you to come along for the ride. Kia kaha, be strong, be brave, be you.